What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another episode review of Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup. This is season 5, episode 29. Rescue me from the castle. I hope I'm not on here too long because I have a headache and I am ready to go to sleep. I have to go to work tomorrow. I had this headache all day. I think it's a migraine. I don't know. But anyway, and I'm sitting under the lights. But here we go. Ayana, I don't care, okay? And see, the stuff that I was talking about last week about her being so heavily focused on Jamal and being able to have this visit with him and being upset that she only got 30 minutes instead of the whole 3 hours, and then wanted to go home saying that she want to get some stuff done for her kids because, you know, she has to check in the next day by 11 o'clock. Why is it that the very next day she's rushing, trying to get everything together? You should have been doing that before, when you was all concerned and all up in Jamal's face and worrying about talking to him on the phone and everything. You should have been out here trying to get everything together, to the point where it even came to her mama had to take her to the store so she can get some toiletries, some clothes, and all this stuff, because wherever she's going, the facility that she's going, she can bring all of that stuff herself, you know. And I'm sitting here like, see, that won't work with a person like me. I have to plan things out. I can be spontaneous sometimes, but for the most part, I have to plan it out. And my anxiety and my nerves will act up if things don't go according to plan that I have. If it goes haywire, if it goes off course. So no, I cannot do that. And that's why I can't stand when people are late. I can't stand when I'm late. I can't stand a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe it's a little something in me, I don't know. But that wouldn't fly with me. I would have had to tell her, listen, girl, you're gonna have to find somebody else to take you. Okay? Girl, you know when you put lip stuff on your lip and then it get white. I hate that. I hate that. But anyway, so you got that going on, right? Okay, that's just my lip. And it's just the angle. Oh, okay. Girl, now I don't want to be talking to y'all and I got white stuff on my mouth and y'all like, Ashley, what is that on your lip? Okay, your lip too big to be doing all that. But anyway, she finally get to the prison or whatever. Mind you, she was supposed to be there at 11 o'clock. When the mama put the thing up in the GPS, the address in the GPS, and this is after she took her to the store. Mind you, they got to the store at 10:15. They supposed to be there at to check in at 11 o'clock. Why the GPS said, okay, well, we're not going to get there until 11:31. Girl, I would have gave her 3 more days, okay? I would have added 3 more days to the time just for that. Because, listen, you're not taking it serious enough for me. You are not taking it serious enough for me. And the way she was talking to her mama, especially when her mama said, when you up in there, you think about what you done. Girl, bye. I said, excuse me. Don't think that I'm finna come and pick you up since you want to have a little nasty attitude or whatever, because I'm not the one that put myself up in this, okay? You did. But that's that with her. Who cares? Michael and Joey, I just want them to go on ahead and break up. Joey, you know what it is. You already know what it is. That man is not going to change. He's in his 40s, or almost in his 40s, probably in his 40s. You're older than him. And the reason why you've done some of the things that you've done is because you came out later in life and you're still trying to find yourself, but you still are, in a sense, more mature than him. And he just has a history and a pattern of doing these things. And again, you have an addiction problem yourself. You're trying to stay clean, and it is not good for you to be with somebody who also has a problem and who is not really actively trying to stop it. Okay, so let's be real about it. And then this man is not even telling you the truth about the fact that it's a possibility that he could stay up in prison for another 6 years. Michael, you know, Joey, just stay and work with your family, okay? Your mother needs your help more than anything right about now, because, you know, after having a stroke, whatever happened, I think he said it was it an aneurysm or something? Either way, he needs to devote the time that she possibly has left, God forbid, that is little, on his mama and not focusing on a jailbird. When he goes to see Michael's mama and his stepdaddy, they basically saying the same thing. She said, listen, I don't know if he gonna change, okay, because he been doing this, and the stepdaddy said he been in and out of jail and in trouble for the 18 years that I know him. Okay, and so at this point, the mama said, "Listen, it's one of those situations where you would think that they'll have an awakening and be like, you know what, I done hit rock bottom and this is bad and all this stuff, and I need to change my life." Baby, he done been locked up multiple times. I done told him I can't be there for him for this. I done turned him in a couple of times. I done did this. I done did that, and he still ain't changed. And I said, you know what? That's a situation where you just gonna have to let that person just go through it on their own, because at the end of the day, 9 out of 10, part of the reason why he keep on doing it is because he know that he got people to fall back on, and once he don't have nobody to fall back on, maybe something will happen. You just don't know. And that's what Joe we need to understand. Joe's like, because it's like should I take a chance on doing this with somebody? No. No, okay? And he's supposed to be going up there to see him the next day. I said, break up with him. You know, be a man and break up with him in his face, okay? Because one thing about it, two things for sure, I cannot stand when people break up with each other through text messages and stuff like that. I did that one time. And that was only because the bitch had cheated on me anyway. And so therefore, once we had tried, I said, you know what? I texted back. I didn't even want to talk to the girl. I just said, you know what? I can't do this. I can't do this. It is what it is. I tried. Have a good day. And that was it. That was it. That was the one and only time I broke up with somebody in the text message. But she deserved it. So there's that. But yeah, you going through all these hoops and hurdles for this man, and he ain't doing nothing for you but sitting up in jail getting his dicks up. That's just all that he doing. You can't tell me no different. And speaking of getting dick sucks, Rob and Trini, let me tell you something. At this point, Trini about to get her heart broke. I know I keep on saying this about these couples and everything. They finna get their heart broke, but it just is what it is, okay? Because he is supposed to be getting out in a week, right? She hasn't heard from him in a couple of days because, you know, things kind of changing up in the prison. Things getting a little bit more stricter. Okay, things getting a little bit more stricter. He got to, you know, be careful with being caught with contraband so that he won't get added time on when he's so close to being about to get out, right? And so it's just the whole uneasiness about him being, it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm up here trying to wash my ass and get ready for work, and you go pop up on the camera. I hear a voice like Big Brother is watching. Girl, what you up in there doing? How you do? No, I don't want to hear that in the morning. Okay, not from somebody that I can't see. All right, I don't want to see that, and I'm talking about physically in my face, not somebody through a screen or whatever. I just feel like that is so creepy to me, and I know some people probably be like, "Oh, it's not really creepy or whatever," but in a sense, it kind of is. Okay, it's showing how he has this control issue. It's showing the dominance that he is trying to put out there, right? And I don't like Rob. I do not like Rob because Rob is showing every time we see him, he's very like, I don't know if you would call it narcissistic, but he's very full of himself. For a person that's been in jail for 16 or prison for 16 years, he thinks so highly of himself. You know, when he was talking about how it's just going to be different being out, you know, after not being with somebody for 16 years or whatever. Now I'm finna be out. And the guys in here, you know, they be talking about how come you don't do nothing with none of the females. And I hate when y'all call women females instead of just women. Okay, but yeah, because anything could be, you know, anything could be a female, but only a human can be a woman. There it is. But anyway, because a dog can be a female, a cat can be a female, okay? A bear can be a female. Bitch, we ain't animals, all right? But hey, that's neither here nor there. That's my philosophy on it. That's my ideas. But he was just like, if you got all these female guards coming in and everything, and you ain't hit that or whatever, he was like, I'm a married man, you know? And he gonna say this, and this what got me right here. He was like, you know, because I'm very attractive, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he made himself seem like I'm just a catch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that nigga. And the way that he said that, I said, oh my goodness. He probably think that he the pretty one in the relationship. Granted, ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's just the fact that he thinks way too highly of himself. And I just don't understand what's going on. Like I said, Trini, you got a lot on your hands. And then the way that he was disciplining the kids or whatever. Yes, I understand having some structure or whatever in the household, establishing that. But baby, I'm in my house. You in your jail cell, okay? You not gonna tell me I can't sit on the couch and eat a little something, okay? Granted, it was a white sofa or whatever. So let me just tell y'all this. I do not trust anybody that have white furniture in their house, okay? Because that tells me y'all like to take a lot of risks. And I'm not just that risky type of girl, okay? Because what if you sit down on the furniture and all of a sudden you waste Kool-Aid on there, or you waste some tea on there, you waste some coffee on there, whichever your drink of preference, baby. That's not water. And what? What? You got white all over, girl. I ain't got time for that. I do not have time for that. I be scared to sit down in your house if it's all white, okay? But they was sitting on their couch, and then when the little boy was sitting on the couch eating or whatever, he gonna say, "Didn't I tell you not to be on the couch eating? Now give me 10 push-ups, bitch. Who are you, daddy? My ass." What you not gonna do is tell me to do 10 push-ups and then mama gonna say, "Oh, well, give him 10 more, give him 10 more." Baby, tell him get. No, you shut up and stop playing into this, because that man is about to be bossing you around too. I could just see it on that preview for next week when he was like, I just got out. I need some steak to myself. I said, excuse me, what? This is not going to go the way that Trini wanted to go, okay? I just want you to understand that. That man has been locked up for 16 years. That man has been locked up since he was a teenager. And now he's a full-grown adult, and he has not been with nobody. And you want to think that he's going to only be with you? Girl, bless your heart. Bless your heart, ma'am. And she was taking the little boy with her to go see him. He is the cutest, though. The little Nehemiah, he is the cutest. I ain't even gonna lie. He was eager. He was like, I should be nervous, but I'm not. And then she jumped in. Oh my God, I see him. That little grown ass conversation they was having. I was sitting here like, all right. Okay. But cool. Moving on from that. Shante and True, she come home from the little visit or whatever, and her son was like, "Who that at the door? Mama, that's you?" I said, first of all, I forgot she had like a 16-year-old too. I said, damn, okay. So she get up in there and she talking to her peoples about what was going on, and basically how True was telling his people one thing and telling her another. Like when they was asking him, "So you coming home? I heard you coming home and you gonna be staying with her." He was like, "Man, I ain't say I was staying with her. I don't know nothing about that." I said, what? Why are you sliding? What is the point? Just say you don't want to be with this girl like that. Just say that you are using her for right now, okay? That's just what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? It's too many secrets. It's too many wishy-washy, flip-flopping type of stuff that's going on. I ain't got time for it. I do not have time for it, okay? But I don't know, Shante, she just feels like she has this undying love. I don't know if it's love or loyalty or something, just because she said that he was there for her in a time where she needed it. And I feel like at this point it's a little trauma bonding. Trauma in the sense that he is in prison for what he's in prison. So you're bonding with him because you also went through a trauma yourself. Being in prison is traumatizing as well. You know what I'm saying? She also experienced a trauma. And this is a warning, trigger warning for those who have experienced SA. And she just said it was some time ago where when she first started talking to True or got introduced to True, she was working at a hotel. And one of the security guards that liked her and she didn't want anything to do with him basically put in a false call to make it seem like, something was going on and she needed to be in the room or something like that. Got her into a room with a couple of other guys and basically, her in the room. And I said that was messed up. That was messed up. And so it's like you're dealing with that trauma by talking to somebody else who is also dealing with trauma of being in prison for all these years, regardless of if it's their fault or not. That is a traumatic situation because ain't no telling what he has seen and been involved in being behind that wall. You know what I'm saying? And so they're literally trauma bonding. And she's so blinded And I hate to even say this about women, because us women, we literally give our all to people. That's why when y'all be talking about, and I'm finna just go there, when you talking about, oh, this man that broke my heart, whatever, I'm so tired of niggas breaking my heart, I'm so tired of men breaking my heart and all this stuff, I'm finna go give me a woman. Do not do that. Do not do that, because if you can fall deep for a man, it's going to be worse with a woman, and they're going to hurt you worse, okay? Especially when you're not experienced with that, because we are so emotionally entwined. You know what I'm saying? Our feelings go so goddamn deep, and it goes fast, okay? And sometimes it's very hard to let that shit go, And so that's what I feel like was really going on with Shante. And I also feel like she probably feel like she can't find anything better. So she's willing to put up with whatever is given to her. And I hate that for her. Because even though I said something about, maybe he may not be attracted to her, she's not really that bad of a looking person. She really isn't. You know what I'm saying? And I just want us to learn how to love ourselves a little bit more, so that we just won't be accepting any and everything just because we feel like we can't, get anything better. I mean, I was there at one point. That's why I'm by myself right now, and I'm trying to learn how to be okay with that, and to learn how to fully love myself and embrace myself. Because if I don't do that, how is somebody else gonna do that? And I feel like Shante don't get that yet. I need her to go to therapy, and this man is playing on all of that. He is playing on all of that, and then getting on the phone. She was like, I'm finna talk to him about it. Girl, he got on the phone talking about what he gonna do to her once he get out of jail. I said, excuse me, get this off of speaker. I would like to see it, but I don't want to hear it right now. Is the kid still in the room? He talking about some, and don't be acting all shy when we get up in there. Put your legs. I said, you don't even do that to black women, so it just don't even sound right. It don't even sound right. True, this ain't even what you like. This ain't what you like, okay? But anyway, I feel for Shante. I really do. I really hope that she don't get too heartbroken, because I just know it's going to happen. And it's just going to probably put her deeper in despair and emotional turmoil. And I just don't want that for her. But this is what she's willing to put up with. Speaking of, Rick and Samantha, baby, let me just... Rick was out there in Idaho being driven around by Ricardo like it was driving Mr. Daisy, okay? And I said, God damn, Ricardo, what are you doing? Is he paying you enough money to be doing all of this stuff? Or you just doing this out the kindness of your heart? Either way, it was cool, because Ricardo got he had them cameras on him, girl. Ricardo said, listen, the cameras is on, and I'm finna be dressed in the flyers of my early 2000 wear. I said, I know that's right. Ricardo looked good, okay? Ricardo looked delicious. I said, all right, you got a couple of aunties on the line or whatever. That's cute. And you got a car too. Okay, Ricardo. And he took Rick up there to go get married to Miss Samantha, and it never should have happened. I feel like he felt pressured to get with that woman. He was already having cold feet. And I don't really feel like Samantha wants him, and I damn sure don't feel like he wants her. Okay, they was able to get married at City Hall and all that stuff, whatever type of facility that she's in. It's not an actual prison, but she could go out and come back or whatever. But I said, this ain't gonna last, baby. They said 6 weeks later. 6 weeks later. First of all, Ricardo, you ain't had to decorate your car like that. And then y'all get into the car, talk about some just married, just married, just married. Look what I did for you, bro. Look what I did for you. Pride Month starts tomorrow, too. I'm just joking. Don't say, happy Pride, y'all. We're gonna be gay. Anyway, I'm gay 365, 24/7, okay? Just so you know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, 6 weeks later, Rick and Samantha on the phone arguing, what about finances? Because he was like, she's just not reasonable with the stuff that she wants. And I'm just like, you already should have known that. That's what she was talking about previously. And that's what was holding you up in the first place, because she was asking for too much. And you were just saying how financially you are not there because you have a set budget, because you are living on a pension that you only planned out to be living for one person. And she's not putting in on nothing. She ain't got no job. Baby, he was talking to her. She talking about, so, I got this business for this, and I want to write a book. I'm finna write this book. He said, okay, that's cool or whatever, but is that about to make you money right now? And there ain't no telling if that book or whatever it is that you got gonna sell. And I said, you know what, Samantha, you probably took that as harsh, but Rick was telling you some real shit. I would have said the same thing, okay? Because one thing about it, two things for sure. I know what it feels like to be stressed out about money, and I don't want to be in that position ever again. And so therefore, a tight budget, baby. If it ain't in the budget and if it ain't in the plans, girl, I ain't got time for it. And we not finna deviate, and we not finna take any type of chances, okay? I need to see something that is very much logical that you can do, that's gonna bring in the income right about now, not a year later, okay? Because we gotta wait and see if it pick up traction. That's opening a business and everything too, girl. I said y'all need to just go ahead and break up. All right, go ahead and get that marriage annulled. That's just what it is. And she got 2 more months in there. Child, please. And then the gag was, in the midst of them having that conversation, all of a sudden he got a phone call. And he was like, hold on, I'm getting another call. She said, who was that? Another one of your little female friends? I said, girl, your women friends? And he was like, well, actually, yes, it's Sandy. I said, listen, you get to a certain age that you just don't give a fuck about lying, okay? You ain't finna lie for nothing. We finna tell the truth. Yeah, it's Sandy. What about it? Okay, that's just what it is. I said, all right, Ricky. Ricky is fed up. Okay, Ricky is fed up. Ain't nobody tell you to get with Samantha like that. So, sir, you done brought this headache on your own self. I'm sorry to tell you. All right, and also, Mr. Goddamn Andrew, didn't I say? Didn't I say I tried to hold out and give that lady a slight benefit of the doubt? Girl, you almost got me, but I could see through it. I said, baby, I don't know. Something about you I just don't trust a little bit. I was trying to say, oh, he gonna do what he's supposed to do. She said she feeling a little bit overwhelmed or whatever. Take a step back. He was like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna give you the space. But then we see on this episode, she basically I'm trying to tell this man I need some space, and he's still trying to act like he know what's going on and all this stuff, and he's completely understanding. He not getting the hint that I don't really want to fuck with him. That's basically what she said. Okay, I'm so nervous, and my anxiety, and it's all overwhelming, and I don't know, and all of this stuff or whatever. And I'm just sitting here could you just tell that man that you don't want to be with him? Now, when the producer that was doing the little interview last week asked her, are you attracted to that man? She paused. Yeah. I said, no, you're not. Okay. And one thing about this is, and I can give it to her, what Andrew was doing, it would annoy me. Giving me. I'm the type of person that I do, once we get fully into the relationship, I don't mind you being clingy to me. I don't mind the conversations, because I want to have conversations with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to fully get to know you. I want you to fully get to know me. Once we get to that level, right? We filling each other out. But there comes a time where you don't want to go overboard. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the very beginnings. And this, technically speaking, is the very beginnings, because this is the first time that they're meeting on the outside world, right? And you're being a little bit much. And some may think that he's not, but he's just trying to show that he's caring and that he's there for her. She's not used to that because of all of her previous experiences, right? And so you have to take that in consideration, and you have to be able to move the way that they need you to move. And he's moving the way that he thinks. And he was trying to ask her, what do you need? What do you need? And she was like, I can't tell you what I need right now from you, but I can tell you what I need. I just got to go with what I need. Okay. And she's and I'm just Andrew, at this point, pick up on the context, read the room. She's basically trying to tell you that she don't want you right now. Okay. This relationship is not a relationship, not in the way that you want it to be. Because again, she kept on telling us, she's more focused on trying to get her son, you know what I'm saying, and other things. And eventually, she just basically said, this ain't gonna work. It shouldn't be this hard if you in love with somebody, being in love with somebody shouldn't feel this hard, this awkward or whatever. And I'm just that's because you was never in love with him, and I just want you to say that, okay? And so she basically broke up with him. He still can't get the notion and can't get the message that it's over and that you've been played. And I understand it, because he was all in. He was all in. And he was so what you want to do with the car and the apartment? And his whole thing was, I'll still be here for you. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I'm gonna still be here. We'll still be together. You could just, I just give you a little bit of space, but we still together. And I know that I'm not gonna come too hard down on him because he's saying this because he's probably in shock and it hasn't really registered that it's over and this lady played you. So he really probably thinking that it's still some hope, and it's really not. That lady has played him, and she wound up letting us know that she played him by telling us, girl, once he left after dropping her off at Well Care, baby, she got on the phone with Desiree, and she was like, girl, let me tell you, it was a totally different. When she was with Andrew, it was, oh my God, I'm just so nervous. So I'm overwhelmed and all this stuff. Bitch, when Andrew was out the picture and she got on that phone with Desiree, she was like, girl, let me tell you what happened. I had to break it off with him. And Desiree was like, oh my God, girl, you did what? Girl, yeah, I'm just saying. She was like, okay, now let me tell you something. You're going to have to stick to the plan, okay? Hang in there and stick to the plan. I said, bitch, what plan? And that took me all the way back to that conversation that Desiree had with her after she saw Andrew in the apartment. And when she was like, oh yeah, girl, he going to get you anything and everything that you want. And I said, see? We picked up on that shit back then, okay? We picked up on it back then, bitch. And then she gonna tell, girl, the producer in whatchamajigger. Oh, excuse me. And the confessional was like, so was you playing him this whole time? Was it about the money? And she was like, well, you know what? I'm in prison and everything. And so Andrew, if he want to get taken for the money and all that stuff, he's going to get taken because basically he just made it so easy. You know, I like the finer things in life, okay? So if I have somebody that want to give me something, that's just what it is. And that's what we do when we're in prison. I said, bitch. She basically said, yeah, she was scamming that motherfucker. And she was proud about it. I said, you know what? He was an easy target. He was an easy target. And I feel bad for him. But then again, I was just like, first of all, if somebody is telling me that they don't want a relationship once we got through talking because they was in a particular situation, baby, I'm not finna start no relationship with somebody that's behind closed doors and behind a wall that's like a 2x2 cell. Baby, ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time to deal with your issues that you have from the trauma that you have from being in prison and your background. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Because I don't know if you're going to come out and you're going to play me like this, okay? And even if we do talk, I'm not giving you money. I'm not giving you money. Hell no. Hell no. I want y'all to understand that. Y'all get up into these long distance relationship or these pen pal ass relationship or these prison ass relationship. Don't get them hoes money, especially not at the very beginning. Okay? And you don't ask for money either. Because either they going to hold that shit over you or they using it to just play your ass. Or some of them, and it's so fucked up because some people really genuinely be there for people and they really not trying to play nobody. But you just can't trust people these days. Girl, Andrew, take that shit home. I told you should have been went back home. Brought that lady a truck and all that money that you spent on that lady just for her to say, I don't want to be with you right now because it's a little bit too much and it's a little bit too weird. And I just thought it was going to be there. It was just there while we was up in prison. And so now that I'm out in the real, and it's just not there. I said, oh my goodness, Andrew, you gonna cry in the car. He gonna cry in the car. But anyway, that was the real. That was Love After Lockup. Love doing Lockup. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about the episode. And I will see you guys later. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.